Like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, rules, and the importance
Good evening and welcome to Seneca, Kansas, the site of tonight's Class 2A sectional football playoff game between the visiting Humboldt Cubs and the home team on the scoreboard tonight, the Nemaha Central Thunder. Welcome to the broadcast tonight. I'm Brett Shields. I will have all of the play-by-play action. Joining me up in the booth tonight, handling everything else, Destiny Shields. She's going to be on camera, and Zol Lopez, who will be handling all of the production tonight. Thank those two for being here, as well as all of our sponsors for making tonight possible. But real quick, we are going to cut to the national anthem.
The director, Mr. Todd Krause, plays our national anthem.
And as always, yet another beautiful rendition of the national anthem here tonight in Seneca, the Nemaha Central Band delivering that for us tonight. And We've got a great night of football planned ahead for you. We're about 2.5 minutes out from kickoff. However, captains are just now making their way out to midfield, so I would venture that it's going to be a few more than 2.5 minutes. But real quick, before we do get to kickoff, want to thank all of our sponsors tonight, including the Johnson Law Office, Cobalt Boats, Derailed Commodity, Horizon Aerostructures, Animal Medical Center, Buster's Barbecue, Home Cooking and Catering, Estrelita's Mexican Restaurant, Finley's Lawn and Pest Control, Hometown Floral and Boutique, Humboldt Recreation Commission, Integrity Insurance, J & Company, Lupin Knott, Merle Kelly Ford, the Monarch Cement Company, Opie's Pizza, Reinhardt Construction, TJ's Barbecue, Shields Barbershop, Studio K Salon, and Wagon Tail Dog Grooming and Kenneling. Again, thank you again to all of our sponsors, and it appears that Humboldt will receive. And Nemaha declined. So Humboldt going to get it first, it looks like. It's going to be, again, an exciting night of football here tonight. And Humboldt, kind of as they've done most of the season, they look to score early and often, and getting the football first, that is going to be what they hope to do. This is a Nemaha Central team that comes into this one 8-2 overall. However, they were 5-0 in district play, and their two losses actually coming to 3A Sabetha and 3A Holton, and both of those coming, I guess the Sabetha game, a 7-point game. The Holton game was a 2-possession game. And outside of that, 8 wins, all of them impressive, including last week as they knocked off Rossville 29-21 in overtime to get to this one. Of course, Humboldt getting here, obviously 10-0 on the season. They went 5-0 in district play, including 2 playoff wins so far, a 70-8 victory over Central Heights and a 60-14 victory over Southeast a week ago tonight. So, again, both these teams coming in ready to get going, and this is what the Elite 8, if you want to call it that, of high school football in the state of Kansas, and this thing is officially underway. Kickoff is going to go out of bounds as Jackson Aikens, he was standing there just in case, but decided to let that one roll out. So Humboldt may make him re-kick. Humboldt likes to do that, as Humboldt really likes their speed that they've got. And it looks that is what Coach Wyrick is going to elect to do. So move Nemaha back 5 yards and try it again. So this time they will be kicking from the 35-yard line. Like the kick returners for Humboldt, Gunnar Elder, Jackson Aikens, and then Cooper Jaro, the deep man. The kickoff from Brad Schmitz. This one a low squibbing kick, going to be picked up. Looks like Coronado, I believe. And Coronado fields that one cleanly and brings it out to about the 43-yard line. So great starting field position for the Cubs. And as the offensive line makes their way out there, that's a good group, a strong group. And Taylor Lastman going to be playing tonight as coming off fighting some injuries. The backs and tight ends, Kyle Cobald listed as a tight end, but he'll go back to the fullback position at times as well. And the backs and receivers, obviously, Connor Haviland, who has been one of the best rushers in the state, even though he lines up at quarterback. Haviland in the backfield, 3 running backs there with him. And we've got a flag out on the first play of the game, and they're going to call a false start on the offense. Somebody flinched on that play. So move Humboldt's offense back 5 yards, and not the direction you want to be going in on the first play of the game if you're the Humboldt Cubs. So Coach Wyrick gets the call in. Haviland with a full house in the backfield with him. Haviland takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Now Haviland trying to cut up field, holding on to the ball with 2 hands, and a good tackle there by number 24, Bryce Uphaws. And Uphaws with 113 total tackles coming into this one, which is among the state leaders. Also has 2 fumble recoveries. Haviland going to send J-Ro in motion. Will give to J-Ro. J-Ro's got some room on the outside. Now just got to try to beat the defender there. And he will be drugged down after a gain of about 3. So it's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 officially. And that 5-yard penalty on first down really hurting, as now Humboldt looking at a 3rd and 10. So Humboldt got to see what they can find in their playbook on this 3rd and long. Haviland will just have Coronado in the backfield behind him, 2 receivers to the near side. It's going to be an option play to the near side. Haviland going to keep it himself, trying to cut back the other direction, and gets tripped up by number 20. That's Zach Kramer, and a good stop by Kramer, and that's going to force Humboldt into a punting situation on their first drive of the game. So Haviland will handle the punting duties as well. Haviland standing at his own 28-yard line. High snap. Haviland brings it down, gets the kick away, and it's a pretty good spiraling kick, kind of hanging up in the wind. And somebody smartly grabbing that one. It looks like Gavin Page. So ball will be down at the 34-yard line for the Thunder. And on the defense for Humboldt, Blake Walker, he's got 12 tackles this postseason. In the linebacker position, Speed Hepker, he's got 100 tackles on the season, which again, that's up there with the state leaders, 16 on the postseason. And in that secondary, Gavin Page. So Gavin Page has 11 tackles against Southeast this season, which is a pretty incredible number there. First play, ball's on the ground, as Schulians can't field it cleanly. And a great job by the Humboldt defense as they swarm onto Schulians. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and very long. Looks like 2nd and about 19. As that will, something we haven't seen the Humboldt defense do a whole lot of this year. And it's going to force a substitution on the defense. Going to bring in a nickel package as Jacob Fudge hustled on the field as a defensive back came out onto the field. So a tight formation, Schulians in the shotgun set, another high snap. He's going to look to throw. This one will be completed to the near side. It's completed to number 6, Tyler Garrity. Garrity's got 403 yards on the season along with 5 touchdowns. And there is a flag out on the far side. At the line there, Brad going to check this penalty first. It's on Nemaha. So that'll back up Nemaha Central just a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like that they were illegal man downfield is the call by the official.
Gotcha. Thank you, Zoll. So that's going to set up a 2nd and even longer this time. It'll be 2nd and 24. Which makes you think it would be almost a sure passing situation. However, can't count out a draw play. Schulians, 2 backs, 1 to each side. And Schulians actually going to hand it to his back. Ball's on the ground. That's picked up by Elder. And that is the 3rd straight week that Gunnar Elder has got a turnover. He didn't force that one, but the 2 interceptions the 2 previous weeks, and now a fumble recovery. And Humboldt, what a great way to start the game on defense. Ball at the 25-yard line. This offense is in prime position to get going. What a play by the Humboldt defense. Couldn't quite see who actually forced that fumble, but Gunnar Elder, Johnny on the spot there to pick it up. So Coronado going to be in motion, and yeah, Joshua Hall looked like he went a little early on the far side. So for the 2nd straight possession, Humboldt's going to start out with a 1st and 15, and that kind of bit him in the rear end last time. So 9:02 remaining here. 9:01, excuse me. Haviland, shotgun set, one back behind him. Haviland's going to keep this one himself. Tries to break one tackle. See where the spot is. It's going to be a pretty good pickup for Haviland. Looked like he picked up about 7, maybe 8. So after a 1st and 15, it's going to bring up a 2nd and 6, actually. So almost a 9-yard gain for Haviland. And it's really what they needed to do after the big penalty. Gave him 1st and 15 for the second time here in the first quarter. So Humboldt being pretty patient, which is probably expected. And they want to slow this game down. Haviland gets the snap, fakes the give to Coronado and keeps it himself. Picks up about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, but gets stuffed. A defensive line led by Brad Schmitz. That's a tough D line for Nemaha Central. Schmitz lining up at 5'11", 270. Nathan Dieters at 6'3", 240 right beside him. Those are two big boys up on that front defensive line. So a 3rd and 5 for Haviland in the offense. It's going to be an option left. Pitch to Coronado. Coronado trying to get to the outside and takes a shot to the head. It's going to be a loss of about 4. So obviously 4-down territory, no field goal game, and no point in really punting from this situation. So got to see what Humboldt can dig out of their playbook for this 4th and 8.
And, Brett, I think the way to really look at this first quarter, if not first half for both of these teams, it's the first round of a boxing match.
Absolutely.
Both teams are just getting a feel of one another, trying to figure out where that comfort zone is. I was going to be really shocked if either team came out with a big play on their first drive.
Haviland gets the snap, going to look to throw. Haviland drops the ball, now picks it up, and he's going to try to take it himself. Now tries to juke one way. There is a flag on the play. As of now, the 4th down conversion will be unsuccessful. We'll see what the flag is, however. Looks like they're going to call holding on Humboldt. White hat official making the call, blocking the back. Yeah, penalty, of course, will be declined, so Nemaha Central going to take over. And Humboldt for the 2nd straight possession, unsuccessful. But for this offense, it's Brad Schmitz up front. Again, listed at 270. He's the biggest guy up there. After that, you got the receivers, Austin Alquist, also Andrew Leonard. Leonard, he's got the numbers, got 449 receiving yards, and obviously Dylan Schuliance, 1,419 yards passing on the season to go with 20 passing touchdowns. This one goes right up the middle. That's number 25, Gavin Duryea. And Duryea picks up 12. And Duryea's best game, he's got 151 yards on 21 carries. That was against St. Mary's. Last week just had 53 yards. However, did have 2 of the 4 touchdowns against Rossville. A big first play there, or first touch for Duryea. So Nemaha going to go full spread, high snap. Schuliant's going to keep it himself, go straight up the middle. And tackle going to be made there by number 70, Joseph Froggett. But a good first down play if you are the Thunder. Schuliant's coming near sideline to get the call from his coach, Warren Seitz. Seitz, a former NFL player. Spread formation again. Duryea in motion. The give is to Duryea. Got blockers in front of him. And Connor Haviland has to make a touchdown saving tackle as Duryea picks up about 16, 17 on the play. It's enough for another Nemaha first down. So the Humboldt defense now on their heels. Going to have to figure out this defense and figure it out quick. four-man front for the Cubs. Schuliance in the shotgun set. Man in motion, another high snap. The give is to Leonard. Leonard coming near side, and there's a block in the back. Yeah, the official saw it as well. Excuse me, that's Garrity. Garrity still running, and crowd's going to get all excited for this one, but this one's going to come back for the block in the back. Got to give credit to Garrity. He never gave up on the play, and Garrity's slow to get up on the far side. So officially, the official rules the block in the back. And that one's going to come back. The flag was at about the 42-yard line. So after they mark it off, it'll set up a 1st and long. That's going to make it about 1st and 18. Guess we'll call it 1st and 19. Oh, now they're going to move it back up. 1st and 18. The officials are playing with me. So Schuliance, one running back to his left. He's going to go with a quick route, and that's caught. But it had to go to the ground. Was number 5, Andrew Leonard. Again, Leonard, 9 touchdowns on the season. He's got 28 receptions, so about 1 out of every 3 receptions he makes this season goes for a touchdown. Got over 450 yards on the season as well now, too. It's Hiawatha. He had 172 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's a heck of a game for a receiver. Schuliance, tight formation. Cobald went for Schuliance. The give went to the fullback. That's Bryce Uphaws. Uphaws slightly used, as came into the game with 15 carries. But he picks up a little chunk there, makes it a 3rd and much more manageable for the Thunder. We'll call it 3rd and 6. So this is the best opportunity the Humboldt defense has had to get off the field this possession. Again, the 4-man front as Schuliance is in the shotgun set. Running back now going in motion. Schuliance going to keep it himself, falls forward. We'll see where the spot is. Looks like he's going to be about a half a yard short based on the spot. We'll set up a 4th and inches. And the Nemaha Central Thunder appear to be going for it. They will go a very tight formation. Schuliance in the backfield all by himself. Schuliance going to take it himself. He will get the 1st down. Nice spin move there by Schuliance. Kind of ran into the pile. I think he probably had the 1st down anyway, but spun off of his right tackle and got about an extra 3 yards. So that'll give the Thunder another 1st down. Now the ball at the 32-yard line. Again, about just under 4 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter. We are still scoreless. Schuliance in the shotgun set. Duryea in the backfield with him. 3 tight receivers on the far side. Now Duryea goes into motion to the near side. Coach Seitz doesn't like it, so he's going to take a quick timeout, and we're going to take a timeout with him. You are watching Class 2A sectional football on the SEK Sports Network.
A yellow flag on the football field against your favorite team is bad, but a yellow flag on your favorite new furniture or flooring, now that's awesome. Get to your local D-Row Commodity for huge savings during their Yellow Tag inventory clearance sale. They have amazing deals store-wide on carpet, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. So kick off fall with new flooring and furniture during the Yellow Tag inventory clearance sale at D-Row Commodity, with locations in Joplin and Butler, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
If you're looking to save a buck on a new-to-you truck, car, or SUV, come see the selection at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute. Spot a yellow tag and save thousands off the original listing price. Third row, leather, power seats, Bluetooth, rear view cameras. It's the markdown sale at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute.
Back here in Seneca, Kansas, as the Thunder needed to take a timeout to sort things out on offense, as they've got a pretty good drive going, and I can understand why Coach Seitz wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page. Schuliant shotgun set, two running backs in the backfield with him. He's going to give this one to Duryea. Duryea coming near side, trying to break a tackle, and a stiff arm. Like that one exceeded a little bit past the white lines, but everybody on the same page. No Myles Garrett action going out there quite yet. 5-yard gain for Duryea, going to set up a 2nd and 5. Schuliant shotgun set, Duryea to his right. Give will be to Duryea. And Briar Orth in the backfield, but got the stiff arm from Duryea, and Duryea able to pick up the first down as he'll pick up about 10 on the play. Actually, closer to 11. Duryea showing he's a pretty strong back. Not going to be able to arm tackle him at all here tonight. Set up a 1st and 10 at about the 17-yard line. This has been a pretty good drive for the Thunder. Schuliant's got Humboldt to jump, but everybody got back. Pitch going to be to Uphaus. Uphaus breaking tackles. Haviland dragging him down. And see coaches and even some fans upset. They wanted a horse collar tackle, but good job by Haviland. He never pulled him backwards. He had his hand up in that general area, but was able to spin him around to tackle him.
I'm glad you brought that up, too, in that watch the way that Humboldt's tackling. They're not wrapping up.
No.
Nemaha's keeping him at arm's distance.
Yeah, Nemaha must have seen something on tape because it's clear. I mean, everybody has put out a stiff arm. They feel like they can fight away those arm tackles. Schuliant's in the backfield with him by himself. Now a man in motion. This is Duryea. Duryea's got some room. Who was that flying through? Connor Haviland, my goodness. Connor Haviland come flying up from the safety position to make the stop. It's going to set up a 3rd and about 5, maybe 6. Yeah, we'll call it 3rd and 6. And a great job, Connor Haviland seeing the entire field from the safety position. Looks like a little honey badger out there. A big 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Schuliant gets the snap. He's going to give to his back, and Duryea just flies right up the middle, picks up enough for the first down on 3rd and 7. He picks up about 11. So that's going to set up a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Humboldt's defense on its heels. Humboldt defense making a substitution as Jacob Fudge going to get back out there. Isaiah Coronado checks out. Schuliant gets the snap. He's going to hand to his back Duryea, and Duryea's in for the first touchdown of the night. So with 1:04 to go in the first quarter, Nemaha strikes first, 6-0 on the 4-yard touchdown by Gavin Duryea.
And Brett, you and I were both talking about the strengths of these teams. We thought the arm strength, the passing attack was going to be the strength here. It's been all ground game for Nemaha.
They've had a couple passes, but nothing that's really just blown you away. And both passing routes have been quick strikes. And what I'd seen on film looked like Schuliant might try to air it out a little bit. But as you said, Zoll, it has been ground and pound here in the first quarter. A little bit of a high snap, and the kick nearly blocked. However, kick is missed anyway. However, there was a late flag. Personal foul, roughing the kicker. The kicker didn't fall down, but nonetheless, they felt that it was enough contact to warrant the flag. So Coach Seitz decides he's going to go for 2 now that he's a yard closer. So Humboldt looked like a minor victory there. However, now they will have to defend the 2-point conversion. Shuliance and Duryea in the backfield. Shuliance takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. And at first it appeared the Humboldt defense would make the stop. And he does not get in despite the big push from the defense. So with 1:04, Nemaha leading 6-0. We're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network.
A yellow flag on the football field against your favorite team is bad, but a yellow flag on your favorite new furniture or flooring, now that's awesome. Get to your local D-Row Commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. They have amazing deals store-wide on carpet, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. So kick off fall with new flooring and furniture during the yellow tag inventory clearance sale at D-Row Commodity, with locations in Joplin and Butler, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
If you're looking to save $1 on a new-to-you truck, car, or SUV, come see the selection at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute. Spot a yellow tag and save thousands off the original listing price. Third row, leather, power seats, Bluetooth, rear view cameras. It's the markdown sale at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute.
Back here in Seneca, Kansas, where the Thunder lead 6-0. 1:04 to go in the first quarter. Nemaha now going to be kicking off left to right. Brad Schmitz will handle the kicking duties for Nemaha. Schmitz got everybody lined up. This is a much better kick, very deep. This one's going to bounce and picked up by, looks like Jackson Akins. Akins making a move, now trying to get upfield, and Akins will get all the way to the 22-yard line, and that is where the Humboldt offense will take over. Johnson Schoengert, PA, would like to congratulate the Humboldt Cubs on a perfect regular season and wish the Cubs, along with all area high schools, the best of luck in the Kansas High School football playoffs tonight. The Johnson Law Office is located at 118 West Madison in Iola. Call for an appointment today at 620-365-3778. Again, that's 620-365-3778. Connor Havlin and the Cubs offense back out onto the field. Cooper J-Row in motion. Havlin going to follow J-Row. Havlin's got some room on the outside. Havlin showing his speed as he'll pick up about 15, maybe a little bit more, as he gets pushed out of bounds on the far side. And a score update in St. Paul. Things not going well for the Indians, as that one about halfway through the fourth quarter. Hanover leading St. Paul 54-30. So St. Paul's season is on life support right now. Another score, Jackson Heights leading Colgan at halftime. That one 21-3. That one being played in Pittsburgh. So Colgan going to have to figure something out in the second half as they trail that one by 18. Havlin in the backfield. Going to keep this one himself. Now coming to the near side. Haviland spins. Let's see where the spot is. It looked like he rolled over the defender. I think actually the official noticed it too. He gave him the spot. So 30 seconds and counting as Humboldt likely run one more play. Connor Havlin and the offense getting the call. Now down to 18 seconds. Cooper J-Row in motion. Gibbs going to be to Coronado right up the middle, and that defensive line is stout for the Thunder. That'll be the last play of the first quarter. So at the end of one, Nemaha Central leading Humboldt 6-0. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout. You're watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network. Back here in Seneca, Kansas, we are about to start the second quarter. It's going to be 3rd and 4 as we get underway for the Cubs. A very big third down play, as let's just call it what it is. Humboldt not used to playing from behind this season. Their really only test was against Eureka, which took a miraculous fourth quarter come from behind victory. Haviland gets the snap, fakes to the right, now going left, and Haviland will get dragged down. See who that was on the tackle. Looks like number 76, Easton Emmons. Emmons, 6'4", 210. He came into this one with just 20 tackles on the season, but a very big one in that situation, as that will force the Humboldt offense into a punting situation and force them to give Nemaha the football back. Haviland in punting formation. Snap is good. Haviland gets this one away cleanly. A good punt. Kicked it away from the returner as well. However, not a great bounce, as it just kind of hit the ground and bounced straight up into the air. This one will be downed at about the 24-yard line. So not great field position, but then again, not bad field position. I think everybody'd probably be okay with that one. So again, the Thunder leading 6-0 with possession of the football. Again, it's a beautiful night for football. A little warmer than it was last week. Wind, not a real big issue. I mean, there is a little bit of wind, but it's not the biggest issue in the world right now. Chouliant's in the shotgun set. Fullback in motion. Give's going to be to Duryea. Duryea just waiting patiently, trying to find his hole. Finds a little one, picks up about 3.5, maybe 4 yards. So that'll set up a 2nd and 6 for the Thunder offense. And with patient running and good blocking, the Thunder offense is just going with the ground and pound, which makes you a little bit nervous because they do have the ability to throw. And if you overload the box anticipating that run, they could kill you with a big throw. Chouliant's with a man in motion. Give's going to be to Duryea once again. Big hole up the middle. However, Speed Hepker, a good tackle down low, trips up Duryea. And this will set up a 3rd and about 1 for the Nemaha offense. And Humboldt had a golden opportunity in the first quarter as Nemaha fumbled on their first offensive play of the game, but Humboldt unable to take advantage. Again, 3rd and 1. Chouliant's going to be in the shotgun set. Duryea in the backfield with him. Humboldt defensive line strong to the right side. Lastman got in, Let's see who that was in the backfield for Humboldt. Thought it was Taylor Lastman, but that's not correct. Maddox Johnson was the one that got into the backfield, but on the wrong side of the line, and Duryea able to pick up the first down. So ball spotted at the 37-yard line. Chouliant's in the backfield by himself. Now Duryea going to come in motion. He's going to fake the handoff. Pass a little high, but dropped as Andrew Leonard let that one. Excuse me, that's not Leonard. That was Austin Alquist. 2 and a 5 look a lot alike from the side. Austin Alquist that time. That one, say, a little high, but went right through his hands. Alquist coming into this one with 235 yards on the season on 16 receptions. Does have 1 touchdown to go along with that. Chouliant's getting the call from his coach on the sideline. Full spread formation as Chouliant's in the backfield by himself. Duryea going to come in motion. He's going to fake it, and Joshua Hall is there to meet Chouliant's in the backfield to set up a big 3rd and long for the Thunder offense. Great job by Joshua Hall. He didn't bite on the fake one bit and went immediately to Dylan Chouliant's. Sets up a 3rd and 11. And again, this is a Thunder offense that utilizes the passing game quite a bit. Chouliant's coming into this one with over 1,400 yards passing. Shuliance gets the snap a little bit high, but brings it in. Now rolling to his right. He's got a man. This one's going to be picked off. It's going the other direction. Down the sideline, breaks one tackle, now pushed out of bounds. Still can't see a number. That's number 22, Drake Harrington. And Drake Harrington doing a great job just keeping the receiver in front of him. And I mentioned it to Zoll off air. Shuliance, 1,400 yards, but he does have 7 interceptions on the season. Wondered how many times he trusted his receiver and just threw one up. And that pass floated just a little bit over his intended receiver, and Drake Harrington was there to take it. So for the second time in 2 quarters, Humboldt takes over in Thunder territory. Pass to the right side. This one goes to J-Ro. J-Ro trying to break tackles. And he's just going to get back to the original line of scrimmage as that was actually a backwards pass. So if J-Ro would have dropped that, had the potential to be a fumble, but a good job him to bring it in and get back to the original line. So Humboldt offense going to come to the near hash. Set up a 2nd and 11. Say he was a little bit short of that original line. Haviland looking to go to the left, trying to break a tackle, and the ball comes out. And Nemaha Central will recover the fumble. Officials now talking. See if we get an official ruling. Haven't seen anything, but where the white hat official is going, he's going behind the Nemaha Central team, indicating that they would be on offense. Again, there was no official ruling. But, yep, Nemaha will take over. Again, thanks to all our viewers tonight. We appreciate you guys for watching, and thank you again to all of our sponsors. Without them, none of this would be possible. So Shuliance will be in the shotgun set. Give is to Duryea. Duryea goes down quickly.
He was pancaked there at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, trying to see who that was. Looked like number 75, Jacob Fudge. And Big Fudge gets a break as he deserves. And big tackle. It ended up being a gain of 1 as I've noticed most of the running plays, I mean, it's just head down going right at the line. So even when a Humboldt defense makes a pretty decent stand, it seems like they're gaining a yard or 2. Shuliance gets the snap, fakes it to his back, going to keep this one himself. He'll pick up about a yard. But again, setting up another 3rd and long. It'll be about 3rd and 7. We'll call it 3rd and 6. Got a pretty good spot on that one. I'm going to say he gained about 2.5.
By the way, Brett, we do want to thank Playmakers Bar and Grill there in Chanute for having the game on along with the Blue Comets. So as you're enjoying your dinner, getting to watch the Humboldt Cubs, and they're a year-long sponsor here on SEK-sports.com.
Shuliance gets the snap, looking to throw. He's got a slant pattern coming across the middle. This one is caught. And breaking tackles, that's number 5, Andrew Leonard. And a big play through the air, Shuliance to Leonard, and that's something that we expected to see quite a bit more of. Humboldt did a good job of keeping the receiver in front, but unfortunately still giving up a pretty big play. Ball now at the Humboldt 49-yard line. And all of a sudden, Nemaha's got another drive going. So Shuliance in the backfield, running back to each side. He's going to give this one to Duryea. Duryea running hard. And Duryea picking up about 8 yards before first contact made, and then picking up 2 more and picking up the first down. So ball spotted at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, this is really just going to come down to field position and ball control. This is all Nemaha's going to do, is just try to run as much time off and run as much as they can.
Yeah, throw it when they need to. Give to Duryea once again. Duryea running hard again, picking up 5. And the offensive line for Nemaha Central just getting a big push every single play.
Yeah, they're setting up those holes right as soon as the ball carrier touches the ball. And really, after about 2 steps, credit to these young student athletes, they're almost at full speed once they hit that line of scrimmage. I mean, they are hitting that front line hard. I think this is probably the hardest that Humboldt's defense has taken a hit all year long.
Oh, for sure. Snap a little bit high, gives to Duryea, and a great tackle in the backfield. That's number 34, Trey Summer. And a great job, Trey Summer, just a freshman. A young man getting back there and making plays happen to help out his defense, setting up a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and I think what Nemaha's picking up here, and that play shows it, Humboldt's blitzing. I mean, they are crashing that line of scrimmage. And that time it paid off for the Cubs defense, thanks to Summers there in the middle linebacker.
Yeah, got to watch out for a pass here. Shuliant shotgun set, 3 receivers to the far side. Now looking to the near side. Going to throw this one up for grabs. Connor Haviland's there. Haviland's going to pick it up. Again, just threw it up for grabs, and Haviland was there to get it. Haviland now going the other direction. Got to protect that football. Haviland going to protect it this time, and he brings this one all the way back to about the 34-yard line based on the far official. I don't know if the near official is quite that far up, but closer to the 33. But game of turnovers?
Well, you mentioned it, too, that sometimes you thought maybe Shuliant's just tossed it up there. That was the route.
Yeah.
That was where it was supposed to be. The problem is that Haviland was there and not the Thunder player.
Yeah, that was the sluggo route as the receiver on the near side.
Beautifully thrown ball,
yeah.
Just how it should have been, but the receiver wasn't there in time. Haviland sat back and went toe-to-toe, had that nice cushion, and able to pick up, spotted through the air.
Appeared to run the slant inside and then went to the front pylon, and Haviland just playing center field waiting for it. Give to Coronado, and Coronado just going to get stopped right there at the line. Again, Humboldt just not able to produce these holes that Nemaha has been able to produce.
But like we said, this is a long game.
Yeah, it is a very long game. You got to wear these guys out.
Yeah, they are deep. This Nemaha Central sideline maybe outnumbers Humboldt by maybe 5-10, but they're very deep. They've got skill. They've got athleticism. Going 2, if not 3 deep. So Humboldt's going to just have to grind this one out.
Haviland gets the snap, gives to Coronado. Coronado breaking tackles. Now it's a foot race on the outside. Coronado protecting the ball. It's going to get tackled just before midfield, but a good run by Isaiah Coronado, who to start the season was used quite a bit, but has been used a little bit less here lately. But a big run there as Coach Wyrick going to his running back that time. Coronado chucking his hand warmer off the field as it looked like it broke.
Watch this Thunder defense as well as you're watching here at home. Watch as the Humboldt ball carriers come near their level. They are going in and they're trying to strip that ball out almost every time.
Gibbs going to beat a Coronado once again. Coronado finding a hole, and Coronado picking up yet another first down. And the Humboldt offense looking quite a bit better here on this drive as we're nearing the 3-minute mark, just now passing the 3-minute mark and counting here in the second quarter.
You and I both said someone's going to have to step up. If they stop Haviland, which the Thunder have, someone's going to have to step up, and back-to-back carries, it's been Coronado.
A good job by Isaiah Coronado stepping up when needed. So Haviland gets the snap, gives this one to Cobald. Cobald found a hole, but met by the linebackers about 3.5 yards down the field. So that'll set up a second. We'll call it a long 6. We'll be generous. So 2:23 and counting. Keep in mind, Nemaha Central does get the second half kickoff. So a score here would be big to even things up or possibly even take the lead. Haviland shotgun set. Got a man in motion. Going to keep it himself. Haviland now going to the right side, trying to break a tackle, leans forward, gets enough for the first down. So that'll be enough to move the chains. Needed 6.5, and he got about 6 3/4.
He was not going to be denied.
No, he was not. And I think even though Haviland kind of been shut down here in this game. Seeing Coronado run hard, that had to give Haviland a little bit of confidence, as well as coming off that big interception on the defensive side of the ball. So now at the 1:45 mark, Humboldt inside the 30-yard line. Haviland gets the snap, going to fake this one to Coronado. It's an RPO, and the pass is dropped on the outside by Cooper Jaro. If Jaro catches that, he might score. There was a lane there. Whether or not he hits that hole and can outrun the safety, it's a question mark, but the opportunity was there. There is a flag here on the near side of the field. Anxious to see what this one is. It's got the sights of a legal man downfield, possibly. I should broadcast or something. So it'll be a penalty on Humboldt with the illegal man downfield. And they were discussing with Coach Seitz what they wanted to do, and finally agreeing, yeah, push him back. So it'll end up just being about a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
But with the way that Nemaha Central's defense has been, a 5-yard penalty
could be big, yeah, especially we're at the 1:33 mark.
Feels more like a 15-yard penalty.
Humboldt does have 3 timeouts. Haviland gets the snap. Going to look to throw. He's got a man on the outside. This one's going to be intercepted. And Haviland just kind of threw that one up for grabs, looking for Kyle Cobold. And I guess the one good thing you can say about that is that was just like a deep punt as ball downed, or excuse me, defender tackled at the 7-yard line.
And Jackson Akins, he thought he was bumped on that route because the moment that that ball went up in the air, his hands went up. And even on the interception, he was looking around for an official to say, hey, I got bumped. I was off the route.
Yeah, Akins ran a slant to the inside. And, yeah, like Zol said, felt he got bumped a little bit. Again, minute 26 to go. Nemaha just 2 timeouts as they use the one early. Humboldt defense needs to stand tall right here.
As you mentioned,
keep this a one-possession game.
Nemaha gets the ball back at the start of the second half, so they have to get the stop here.
Chouliant, shotgun set, going to give to Duryea. Duryea met immediately. Let's see who made the tackle.
Coach Wyrick obviously just wanting to get his team to halftime with the 6-0 score. He's not going to get too cute. He's not going to try to use up the timeouts and aid the Thunder offense more than
if you can keep it a one-possession game on the road
in the playoffs.
Yeah, in the playoffs, you'll take that. But you're going to need the defense to stand up. 50 seconds and counting. Neither team really in a big hurry here. So Nemaha Central going to take a timeout with 39.1 seconds left and leading 6-0 with the football. But they're going to see if they can't get another score up there. A little interesting to see whether or not they want to try to go score, if they're just going to run this one out. I see they ran the play clock down to 0, and again, stadium here, there's actually not live play clocks. You have to go by the official. And the official just kind of holds his hand up to let the quarterback know when the play clock that he has is getting low. And Nemaha just electing to use a timeout. So wouldn't be surprised if Nemaha maybe tries to take a shot here. But at the same time, you don't want to do something silly and turn the ball over to Humboldt. Again, a 2nd and 7 here for the Thunder as they're heading back out onto the field here momentarily. They're back out there. Both teams ready to go. It's 2nd and 7. Chouliant's in the shotgun set. He's got 4 receivers. Give's going to be to Duryea, and Duryea hit rather quickly. Clock now under 30 seconds and counting. Neither team in a huge hurry. It's a 3rd and about 3. Everybody just kind of standing around watching. Clock now down to 5 seconds. And that's going to do it for the first half, as both coaches are okay with the 6-0 score. If you're Humboldt, you can't be upset with a 1-possession game on the road after making the 3-hour road trip. Now you've got the opportunity to go into the locker room and talk about it, see what adjustments you can make. And if you're Nemaha Central, it's always good to be leading in the playoffs. So with that, we're going to take a quick break. And we come back, we may have a quick first half recap. But until then, you've been watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
A yellow flag on the football field against your favorite team is bad, but a yellow flag on your favorite new furniture or flooring, now that's awesome. Get to your local D-Road Commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. They have amazing deals store-wide on carpet, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. So kick off fall with new flooring and furniture during the yellow tag inventory clearance sale at D-Road Commodity, with locations in Joplin and Butler, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
If you're looking to save a buck on a new-to-you truck, car, or SUV, come see the selection at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute. Spot a yellow tag and save thousands off the original listing price. 3rd row, leather, power seats, Bluetooth, rear view cameras. It's the markdown sale at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute.
Back here in Seneca, Kansas, the home of the Nemaha Central Thunder. And the Nemaha Central Thunder hold on to a 6-0 lead here at halftime, where the Cubs offense has really struggled to get going here early on. And the defense kind of played on its heels most of the first half, but still just giving up the 6 points on the one touchdown. But coming into this one, we expected Nemaha Central to have or at least attempt to throw the football quite a bit, and really not been the case. They've attempted 4 or 5 passes, a couple drops, we had the low pass that was completed but went for a short gain, and then the 2 interceptions thrown by Dylan Schuliantz. And I guess for Humboldt, the thing you look at is you're probably pretty disappointed, as you've had 2 great scoring opportunities, both coming off of turnovers that your defense forced, taking over at the 25 and then again at the 20, once off a fumble, once off of the interception, and failing to score on either possession. And the first one obviously resulting in a punt. The second one was the Connor Haviland fumble. And then again there towards the end of the second quarter, Humboldt, the first time in this first half, felt like they had a drive going. And it really wasn't on the legs of Connor Haviland. It was more of the legs of Isaiah Coronado, Kyle Cobalt as well. And then Haviland picking up the slack at the end with a run of himself. But then calling the big pass play. It was a kind of a route concept where Jackson Akins was running a slant inside and Kyle Cobalt was running out. And it was well covered. Connor Haviland threw it up for grabs, and the ball ended up being intercepted. And both teams, or I guess I should say Nemaha Central, at that point really didn't attempt to go back down the field and score. They were happy with the 6-point lead and just ran a couple run plays to run out the clock. But that's kind of how we got to 6-0. Again, neither team has really showed a huge explosive play quite yet. Nemaha Central, they've had a couple, I guess they had the one big pass play on the slant early in the second quarter that looked like it had potential, but Humboldt doing good to make sure they keep all the receivers in front of them. But it's kind of been the story of the game has been the turnovers, and it's not so much that it's been a turnover leading to a score. It's that both teams seem like they'll get something going, and then boom, a turnover happens. So both teams going to have to figure that out. Ball security probably going to be a big part of the second half. And for Humboldt, the biggest thing is going to be how can we spark this offense? How can we generate holes for our backs, whether it's Connor Haviland or Isaiah Coronado, Cooper J-Rowe, whatever we've got to do to get some yards down the field. But right now, while we've got a second, we are going to take the time and thank our sponsors, as, again, without our sponsors, these games would not be possible. So thank you to the following sponsors for supporting tonight's SEKsports.com Class 2A football sectional coverage. They include Johnson Law Office, Cobalt Boats, Derailed Commodity, Horizon Aerostructures, Animal Medical Center, Buster's Barbecue Home Cooking and Catering, Estrelita's Mexican Restaurant, Finley's Lawn and Pest Control, Hometown Floral and Boutique, Humboldt Recreation Commission, Integrity Insurance, J & Company, Lupin Knot, Merle Kelly Ford, the Monarch Cement Company, Opie's Pizza, Reinhardt Construction, TJ's Barbecue, Shields Barbershop, Studio K Salon, and Wagon Tails Dog Grooming and Kenneling. Again, thank you guys so much. You don't know how much all three of us here tonight appreciate it. I'm sure parents, fans, whoever is at home or wherever you are watching tonight's game, if you're at home or if you're out at Playmakers having dinner watching the game, thank the following sponsors if you get the chance. Again, without them, these games are not possible. And hopefully we have a big second half and we have the opportunity to do it again next week. And again, if Humboldt were to come back in this one and come away with a victory, they would have the opportunity to host so would that be Sub-State next week. But before that, you've got to worry about tonight. Again, trailing this one 6-0 at halftime. It's been an exciting first half, a very fast-moving first half, which when both teams are running the football successful, whether it's successful or not, both teams running the football as much as they are and not a lot of scoring, the clock just seems to tick quick and quicker. But we've got about 5 minutes here until we get to the second half. Again, to the fans, obviously the fans probably not listening, but I did want to point out is when we get back to action with our feed, we'll try to pan up to the crowd. I don't know about you, Zol. Humboldt brought a pretty good crowd tonight. I'm impressed that not the biggest visitors sitting section, but a good number of fans over there.
Yeah, we were debating how large of a crowd we would see from Humboldt, and I got to say I'm impressed.
Considering the drive.
It is a drive.
It was a drive to get up here, that's for sure.
It's going to be a drive home, too.
It's going to be one heck of a drive. But until the start of the second half, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a timeout. I'm going to get a drink and rest up the vocal cords. So until then, you've been watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network.
A yellow flag on the football field against your favorite team is bad, but a yellow flag on your favorite new furniture or flooring, now that's awesome. Get to your local D-Row Commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. They have amazing deals store-wide on carpet, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. So kick off fall with new flooring and furniture during the yellow tag inventory clearance sale at D-Row Commodity with locations in Joplin and Butler, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
If you're looking to save a buck on a new-to-you truck, car, or SUV, come see the selection at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute. Spot a yellow tag and save thousands off the original listing price. Third row, leather, power seats, Bluetooth, rear view cameras. It's the markdown sale at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
A yellow flag on the football field against your favorite team is bad, but a yellow flag on your favorite new furniture or flooring, now that's awesome. Get to your local D-Row Commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. They have amazing deals store-wide on carpet, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. So kick off fall with new flooring and furniture during the yellow tag inventory clearance sale at D-Row Commodity with locations in Joplin and Butler, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
If you're looking to save a buck on a new-to-you truck, car, or SUV, come see the selection at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute. Spot a yellow tag and save thousands off the original listing price. Third row, leather, power seats, Bluetooth, rear view cameras. It's the markdown sale at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute.
Welcome back to Seneca, Kansas, the home of the Nemaha Central Thunder, and we've got the mandated 3-minute warm-up period now. And if you're new to high school football, they run a 15-minute halftime clock, and then they put another 3 minutes, make sure players get stretched and loose and ready to go. As a lot of those guys go into the locker room and sit down, and it's really easy to get tight, and especially on these cold nights. Not a good thing. So both teams out there getting loose. Nemaha Central, they are in the, oh goodness, my directions are poor right now. I believe that would be the south end zone.
And we'll get some score updates from across the area. Not a good night so far for Southeast. No, it's been a very rough night as St. Paul, they were eliminated from the playoffs with a loss at home against Hanover.
Now, Hanover was the defending 8-man state champion.
Yep. Of tall order, they lost 60-30. Right now, Madison leading Caldwell in 8-man Division I, 30-14. Jackson Heights defeating St. Mary's Colgan Panthers 42-10.
Yeah, they trapped. That's we drove by Jackson Heights like right before we got here. That's a trip.
Then you have Topeka Hayden leading Frontenac late 14-6. We knew that was going to be a defensive battle.
Well, that's still a one-possession game.
Yeah.
See if Frontenac can't come back and force overtime in that one.
And Chanute and Paola 21-21.
Ooh, a tight one there. That one up in Paola. Yep. Blue Comets forcing a test on the road.
Yeah, and, you know, to be fair, you and I have both said, hey, that, okay, this is the week that Chanute. This is the week that Chanute.
Yeah, no disrespect to Chanute.
They have proven to be a tough out.
I'll say this. They have played to the level of their opponent quite a bit this season.
That's a fair statement.
It's fair.
That is a very fair statement.
They play teams like Coffeyville and Independence. Again, no disrespect to either of those teams. Coffeyville and Independence had pretty poor seasons this year. Chanute barely squeaked by both of those teams. They didn't exactly blow Fort Scott out of the water. Fort Scott had a pretty down year. They lost to a Pittsburgh team that, let's be real, this was probably one of the worst seasons that Pitt's had in the last 10, 15 years.
Right.
They got bounced in the first round by Spring Hill. And then all of a sudden the playoffs get here, and it's like, ooh, yeah, Chanute's going to struggle with this one. Nope, they win. Ooh, Chanute's going to struggle with this one. They win at home against Lewisburg. Now battling on the road at Paola.
Yeah, and by the way, we do want to thank those who are tuning in on the YouTube channel right now. Donna Ellsworth, Stay Tough Cubs, bring home the win.
Trying to.
Emmy Jane and Ben Kettler, all thank you to them for tuning in, as well as Gail Clements and the #1 Humboldt Cubs fan, Brett Martinez. Here he's at home, settled in, watching live on YouTube.
I actually know him personally.
Oh, close personal friend?
Well, I know him.
Oh,
We're
okay.
not.
Gotcha.
Good guy.
Gotcha.
I'll give him credit. Brett Martinez.
He did well. He means well.
He does well. But good to see that he's out listening to or watching our broadcast here tonight, and about to get the second half here underway. And Humboldt will be kicking off to start the second half, kicking left to right on your screen. So Nemaha will get the first possession of the second half. Connor Havlin's first kick of the night. Keep in mind, they did onside kick last week to start the game.
Spoiler alert.
Havlin going to kick this one deep, and there is a flag on the play. They're going to say somebody was offsides. I'll say this. We can go back and watch after the game. Pretty sure Nemaha was offsides on the opening kickoff of the game.
Penalties have been a problem for Humboldt.
This they have. See the cannon on that official? This camera wasn't pointed down there because it shouldn't be. Official just fired about a 35-yard pass on the money to the other official. Best pass of the night so far.
Well, has it been
both quarterbacks have thrown interceptions, so that was a fair statement.
That's a fair statement.
There's 22 football players on the field, and he was intended that one for the official, and the official caught it. So we're going to move back 5 yards. Havlin will try this one again. And the ball falls off the tee promptly, as I talked about how the wind wasn't an issue tonight.
And now it looks like it's
Yeah.
actually picked up some.
Well, I went down to the field and I was taking pictures because I just, when are you ever going to come to Seneca, Kansas again?
Fair enough.
So I thought I'd take some pictures of the field. The flag was moving, but down on the field, it doesn't feel that windy.
Right.
Haviland, a good kick. This one going to be fielded at about the 13-yard line. And a big hole and running room to go, as that looked like Andrew Leonard. Excuse me, that's number 6, Tyler Garrity. Going to get almost up to midfield, as ball's going to be spotted at about the 48-yard line. So great starting field position for the Thunder.
As mentioned, it doesn't matter what position the ball carrier is at. Once they touch the ball within 2 steps, they're almost full speed.
Yeah,
This group of kids, very, very athletic.
Yeah, they do have an athletic bunch here, and putting Humboldt to the test, because that's kind of what Humboldt was known for, was their athleticism. First play of the half is going to be an end around. This one to Garrity. Garrity going to get stuck. Connor Haviland once again coming flying up from the safety position. That reminds me of Tyrann Mathieu LSU days. He would fly to the ball. Connor Haviland just flies up from that safety position.
And because of the forward progress, they're going to give him a yard.
Yeah, that's a good spot. So Schuliant's getting the play. He's still looking at his armband. It's got all the plays there. Got a running back to his left. Man in motion. He's going to fake the give this time, and Schuliant's met immediately. Still going to be a gain of about 2, as kind of like Zoll was saying. Every single one of these guys, they run hard, and they go right into that hole. Looks like Humboldt going to go into their nickel package here. As Fudge comes off. Well, Schuliant's in the shotgun set. Man in motion once again is going to fake this one, looking to throw. He's got a man wide open deep. This one will be caught. Cooper J-Rowe, like they were running a zone as J-Rowe was backpedaling towards the sideline, kind of like a cover 2 possibly. And Alquist coming down with that one. And J-Rowe realized that nobody was there. And the ball wasn't underthrown. That's probably a touchdown. Slightly underthrown, making the receiver slow down just enough for Cooper J-Rowe to get there and make the tackle. But that's going to set up a 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line for the Thunder. So Schuliant's in the shotgun set. Man in motion. Give will be to the man in motion. That's Garrity. Garrity breaks 1 tackle, but then Connor Haviland brings him down after a gain of about 3. So 2nd and 7 from the 13-yard line. And this first drive, everything going right for the Thunder, everything pretty much going wrong for the Cubs.
But you mentioned Cubs. They're no stranger to adversity. We saw this against Riverton in week 7. Saw this against Eureka.
Give is to Duryea. Duryea is going to pick up about 3 himself, maybe even 4. Set up a 3rd and 3. Yeah, that Riverton game, Humboldt led 20-0 going into the 4th quarter, but then Riverton, and they found some offense in that 4th quarter, and it got a little scary there towards the end as Riverton had a chance to actually score to take the lead, but Humboldt defense came through when they needed to. See if they can come through here again in this one. 3rd and 3, Schuliant's shotgun set. Garrity in motion again. This one's going to go to Duryea. Duryea looks, it's going to be close to the marker.
Be about a yard. Well, the white hat's going to call for the timeout.
The near side official looks like he got it. The far side official looks close. Anxious to see what they do here. Going to call an official's timeout. They're going to measure this one. regardless, I'm here to tell you the Thunder offense is not leaving the field. Officials have the chains. And they're going to say it's enough for the first. It had to be close. The official had to, like, lean down to see how close it was, but they're going to say that's enough for the first. So that'll set up 1st and goal for the Thunder. Ball spotted at about the 6-yard line. So 8:40 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Julian's in the backfield by himself with a tight formation. Duryea in motion. Give is to Duryea. Duryea's got running room, breaks 1 tackle. He's going to go down at about the 1-yard line. And he had all kinds of running room there on the outside, tried to cut it upfield, but it's going to be a gain of about 5, but 2nd and goal from the 1 now.
Yeah, they're using a lot of misdirection, fake handoffs.
Yeah, they've run a man in motion every play. Julian's probably going to keep this one himself, I would imagine. Nope, Gibbs going to go to the back. That's Duryea. He's just going to run into his blocker and go into the end zone for Nemaha's 2nd touchdown of the night. So with 7:53 in the 3rd quarter, Nemaha goes up 2 possessions, now leading 12-0. Nemaha going to go for 2 to try to make this a more traditional 14-point game.
Has all set up thanks in part to that long 3rd down pass.
Yeah. It looked like there was miscommunication by the defense.
You're at a point now in the season where even the slightest miscommunication becomes magnified.
Julian's in the backfield. Duryea going in motion. Give is to Duryea, and he's got a running lane out there. He'll get in there. 2-point conversion is good. So with 7:53 remaining in the 3rd, Humboldt now trailing 14-0. We're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network.
A yellow flag on the football field against your favorite team is bad, but a yellow flag on your favorite new furniture or flooring, now that's awesome. Get to your local D-Road Commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. They have amazing deals store-wide on carpet, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. So kick off fall with new flooring and furniture during the yellow tag inventory clearance sale at D-Road Commodity, with locations in Joplin and Butler, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
Back here in Seneca as the Humboldt Cubs now facing a 14-0 Hull. And Nemaha now kicking off right to left. Humboldt going to have to figure out this offense and figure it out quickly. As Schmidt's kicking off, this will be fielded by J-Row. J-Row going to go right up the middle. J-Row's got a running lane and just tripped up. A shoestring tackle is what Cooper J-Row was away from taking that one all the way to the house. My goodness. Literally a shoestring.
Now, Humboldt needed this one way or another, whether it was the kickoff return for a touchdown or starting with very favorable field
even
position.
good field position here. Let's see if they can't get a big play here after that one. Haviland takes the snap, going to keep it himself. Haviland going up the middle, trying to break 1 tackle and drags the defender with him. Picks up about 7, close to 8. It's going to be a 2nd and 3 for the Humboldt offense, as Connor Haviland has been held far below his season averages. Haviland came into this one, even through 2 playoff games, averaging about 208 per game in the playoffs. He's got 9 rushing touchdowns in the postseason as well. Haviland going to keep this one himself, going to the left side, now trying to find the hole. Cuts upfield, gets enough for the first. Now it's a foot race. Connor Haviland, he's got room to the outside. He's at the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown. Connor Haviland, a big play for the Humboldt offense. No flags on the field, and just like that, Humboldt back within one possession.
You mentioned it. Humboldt's just going to have to wear this defense out. That was a big sigh of relief, and that's the Humboldt Cubs we know and love.
That's the Humboldt way right there. Connor Haviland getting to the outside and making a big play happen, breaking tackles, avoiding defenders, and turning it into a foot race. 2-point conversion attempt. Haviland looking to keep this one himself, driving his feet, pushing the pile, although it looks like this one's going to be a little bit short. That's a very big play for the Nemaha defense, as it looked like that momentum was going to go, but the Nemaha defense makes a stand. So score sticks 14-6 with 6:59 to go here in the third quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. You're watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network. To thank the following sponsors for supporting tonight's SEKsports.com Class 2A sectional coverage. They include the Johnson Law Office, Cobalt Boats, Derailed Commodity, Horizon Aerostructures, Animal Medical Hospital, Buster's Barbecue Home Cooking and Catering, Estrelita's Mexican Restaurant, Finley's Lawn and Pest Control, Hometown Floral and Boutique, the Humboldt Recreation Commission, Integrity Insurance, J & Company, Lupin Knot, Merle Kelly Ford, the Monarch Cement Company, Opie's Pizza, Reinhardt Construction, TJ's Barbecue, Shields Barbershop, Studio K Salon, and Wagon Tails Dog Grooming and Kenneling. So Connor Haviland back out there to handle the kicking duties, and Humboldt finally getting on the board here in the third quarter, as we had a very slow-moving first half with only 6 points going up on the board, and now both teams scoring within the first 5 minutes and 1 second of the third quarter. Shootout? No, not yet. Not quite. So Haviland's got this one teed up. The returner's all moving up, as Haviland didn't take quite as far as a drop to kick this one. Haviland going to kick it high and short. Haviland actually tried to go get that one himself. And high risk, high reward. Or probably not high reward. High risk, a reward at times, we'll say that. But what it does is it sets up Nemaha Central with great field position to start this possession. For the second straight possession, actually, Nemaha Central will start at the 49-yard line. So Humboldt defense looking to make a big stand here, as Schuliance in the offense gets back out there. Schuliance looking to throw this time. Now he's going to take a shot deep. J-Row turning around, and what a catch by Austin Alquist.
J-Row made a mistake. Do you know what it is?
He's
he did.
He's 5'7".
Bat it down.
He went for the interception.
He went for the interception.
He did go for the interception. He went for the interception, and Alquist, 4 inches taller, and was able to get a little bit higher on that one. And a great catch for Austin Alquist.
And to be fair, like you mentioned, that 4-inch differential, even if he tries to bat it down, there's no guarantee that the much taller receiver doesn't reach over. Now, maybe you might get a call, but that's a mistake, again, magnified.
Nemaha going to go for 2. Schuliance taking it himself. He'll get in there. 2-point conversion is good. So with 6:45 to go in the third quarter, Nemaha Central now leading 22-6. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. You're watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network.
A yellow flag on the football field against your favorite team is bad, but a yellow flag on your favorite new furniture or flooring, now that's awesome. Get to your local derailed commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. They have amazing deals store-wide on carpet, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. So kick off fall with new flooring and furniture during the yellow tag inventory clearance sale at derailed commodity, with locations in Joplin and Butler, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
If you're looking to save a buck on a new-to-you truck, car, or SUV, come see the selection at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute. Spot a yellow tag and save thousands off the original listing price. Third row, leather, power seats, Bluetooth, rear view cameras. It's the markdown sale at Merle Kelly Ford in Chanute.
Back here in Seneca, Kansas, where all the momentum is on the side of the Thunder after the huge passing play for the touchdown, and talked about it a couple different times. Schuliantz likes to throw them up for his receivers, kind of throws up prayers, and that one was answered as Austin Alquist with a great catch, his second touchdown of the season. And now the Thunder with a 2-possession lead.
Well, you mentioned it too, short lead, or a short field that they were able to capitalize that on.
Yeah, now Cooper Jaro loses his footing and goes down at about the 28-yard line. So after nearly taking the last one to the house, this one will be a little bit shorter of a return. Again, it looked like Jaro just lost his footing on that one. So the Cubs offense had a big strike from Connor Haviland. I'm going to see if they can't get something going once again. Haviland in the shotgun set. Gets the snap, gives this one to Coronado. Coronado, a good job of falling forward once he was tackled. He's going to pick up about 2.5, closer to 3. They'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We talked about mistakes being magnified. Humboldt's not out of this ball game.
No, not at all.
But when you look at, obviously, Nemaha Central, their goal now is to control the clock, control the possession. Realistically, with the way this game is going, you have maybe max 4 possessions, including this one remaining.
That's probably being generous. A dangerous play here as that one just goes backwards farther and farther. As an unfortunate play there. It looked like a little bit of trickeration as they had Kobold on the option play, and that one loses. Got a decent spot at least, so it's going to set up a 3rd and about 11. Loses about 4 on that one.
This is just a well-coached team. They were not buying it. They weren't going to overcommit. They stayed on their assignments, and they stayed with the ball carrier. They didn't overcommit to Haviland.
Haviland shotgun set. Everybody to the right side. Now looking to throw. He's got a man wide open, and Jackson Akins brings this one in. Can he break the tackle? He does. Akins to the 5. Touchdown. Big play answered through the passing game. Connor Haviland, passing touchdown. This one goes for 71 yards.
All right. All right.
Shootout?
All right.
Give me a shootout.
Well, first they have to get this 2-point conversion.
True.
Have to.
Yeah, this is a must. Otherwise, it'll turn into still a 2-possession game. We've had more scoring in the last minute 40 than we probably had plays in the first half. So Haviland shotgun set, 2 running backs in the backfield with him. He's going to fake this one, looking to throw. He's got a man. This one is caught. So a great job. That one caught by Akins. Akins scoring all 8 points on that possession. And this one's still now just a 1-possession game, 22-14, 5:21 to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network. Again, we'd like to thank the following sponsors for supporting tonight's SEKsports.com Class 2A football sectional coverage. They include the Johnson Law Office, Cobalt Boats, Derailed Commodity, Horizon Aero Structures, Animal Medical Center, Buster's Barbecue, Home Cooking and Catering, Estrelita's Mexican Restaurant, Finley's Lawn and Pest Control, Hometown Floral and Boutique, the Humboldt Recreation Commission, Integrity Insurance, J & Company, Lupin Knot, Merle Kelly Ford, the Monarch Cement Company, Opie's Pizza, Reinhardt Construction, TJ's Barbecue, Shields Barbershop, Studio K Salon, and Wagon Tails Dog Grooming and Kenneling. O'Connor Haviland going to tee this one up as the Cubs trail 22-14, 5:21 remaining in the third quarter, and what was a 6-0 game 6 minutes and 39 seconds ago has turned into what some people probably thought was a really entertaining first half. Haviland got it teed up, and he's going to kick this one deep, and that will be caught at about the 4-yard line. And a big hole this time, and good job by who else? Connor Haviland. Connor Haviland handling the kicking duties and making the tackle, 60 yards down the field as well.
Notice that time Cubs were not going to get too cute. They're going to make them earn every single yard.
Yeah, I like that idea. I'm a fan of that. So ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line. And Humboldt defense, once again, an opportunity to try to turn this game around. So Chouliant's shotgun set, running back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Duryea now in motion. Chouliant's going to keep this one himself. And Chouliant's met immediately by Speed Hepker, who came into this one with 100 total tackles, 70 of those solo, including 16 so far in the postseason. He's the team leader in tackles and among the state leaders in tackles as well.
And again, to use the boxing analogy, now you're starting to get into that middle round. You're going to start wearing each other out. Now those blows, like we've seen back-to-back from both teams, they're going to start being there. You cannot make mistakes. You got to capitalize on those big plays.
Yeah, Humboldt going to the 3-man front this time on second and 9. It's going to be a pass play. It's going to be a quick out. This one caught by Alquist. And Alquist will get enough for the first down. And Cooper J-Rowe, understandably so, making sure Alquist stays in front of him, but giving up the reception. But, you know, I'm okay with that, even if J-Rowe just wanted to give up a catch just to keep the guy in front of you, just to get a little bit of your confidence back, because that was a big play last possession.
And that's easy for me to say up here watching it.
Oh,
you
yeah,
should have
absolutely.
batted it down. You're in the heat of the moment. To be honest, I'm not quite sure even batting it down, that touchdown
Yeah, you never know.
would have made that much of a difference with that difference and mismatch.
And Duryea going right up the middle this time and picking up about 6. Yeah, Cooper J-Rose played great all season on defense.
Exactly.
That was a bad luck play. And, yeah, like Zol said, it's easy to sit up here and say, I'd have batted that down. I mean, I'd have gone for the interception.
Right.
And
And that's where it is. You're at a high stakes where one moment like that can be a turning point. Thankfully for him, the Cubs were able to get back the points.
Oh, Chouliant's in the shotgun set. Cubs getting into the backfield. Speed Hepker flying through that line, and he didn't make the tackle, but he slowed Duryea down just enough. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Again, I'm not so sure if this is 4-down territory or not. Close to midfield, but
You don't want to give the Cubs, same thing, you don't want to give the Cubs a short field. You want to make them earn every yard.
So big 3rd down play. The defensive backs to step up just a hair. This one going to be completed to the far side. That's Garrity. And that one's going to go for about 15. And, yeah, the secondary for Humboldt, especially in the slot, couldn't see who the defender was, but the defender was about 9 yards off the receiver. 3rd and 3, Nemaha seeing that and running just a quick out route. And it's hard to defend that route playing that far off of the receivers, but at the same time, you've got to keep in the back of your head, you had the big touchdown scored against you. You don't want to get beat deep.
Bend but don't break.
Yeah.
I think that's the mentality you're going to go with here. Uh-oh.
Humboldt jumping off sides. Clearly a blitz was coming there. That was number 61, Blake Walker, and 57, Speed Hepker. And they were both off sides. Well, that'll bring up a 1st and 5 now. Ball now at the Humboldt 35-yard line. Schuliance in the shotgun set. It's a reverse this time to Garrity. And holding over here on the outside. No flag. Oh, my goodness. Connor Haviland makes the tackle. How do you not see that hold, Isaiah Coronado?
He got turned.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't. It's fair enough for the players for us to say with the players. You can't miss that call. The officials missed that call. He got turned. You cannot turn the defender.
That's a big one, especially after the big play.
Man, but hey, you got to shake it off.
You got to shake it off and move on.
You don't get those calls always. You never know. The football has a funny way of even itself out.
Yeah, Coach Wyrick on the far side not happy either, as he was letting the white hat hear it. Schuliant shotgun set, gives this one to Duryea. Duryea runs into a wall of Cubs and his right tackle. It's going to be a pickup of about 2, so brings up a 2nd and 8. Ball now down to the 10-yard line.
Hey, we've seen it too in both sides this deep into possession. Turnovers.
Turnovers can, oh, absolutely. It's been a much cleaner second half, but for sure turnovers have been a part of this game. Could use one right now. Schuliant's running the option. Schuliant gets popped. And ball carrier, didn't quite see who the pitch went to. And that was Bryce Uphaus, and Uphaus gains about a half a yard, but man, Joshua Hall, he put Dylan Schuliant into the ground.
Which reminds me, wrestling season starts here in a few weeks, and that was a straight takedown. That was man on man, and the stronger man won in that case.
I wouldn't want to take a hit from Josh Hall.
Nope. I want none of that.
So 3rd down, Schuliant shotgun set, going to roll to his right. I was going to throw this one, and it falls incomplete off the hand of his intended receiver. That was Uphaus.
And he was lucky that wasn't picked because there was a Humboldt Cub just a step to the left.
Yeah, Gavin Page was back there.
Would have been right in the end zone, as we mentioned.
Page was lurking, and I was almost surprised they didn't try to attempt a field goal here. They attempted an extra point. It was unsuccessful the first drive of the game, but a little surprised. I mean, a field goal makes this 2 possessions.
Hey, either way, you either get points or you pin them back deep.
So Schuliant's 4th down. They can pick up the first. It's going to be a quick throw to the near side. Good blocking, and this one not a touchdown. However, 1st down appears to be picked up.
I don't know. The FAR official, they'll depend on the spot for sure. Let's see, where are they going to spot? Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
They're going to give it to him. And
that's a right spot.
Yeah, it's a good spot, and good job by Alquist that time following his blockers. He could have gone to the far side. Now we got an official's timeout.
Oh, no, they're not going to give it to him.
I think Coach Wyrick was asking for a measurement. I noticed.
Fair enough.
The official signaled 1st down, and he started jogging down the field. I wondered if he asked for the measurement. However, the sticks had moved. The only consolation is maybe that marker that you put on the line stayed.
Because I think they had to get to the 3. Yeah, this is for sure.
That is a first, so it's unfortunate for the Cubs defense is just that close to making a stop. So 1st and goal, Schuliant's in the backfield by himself. He's going to keep this one, go right up the middle, a little to the right side. He's going to be stopped a little bit short.
Good takedown. Hit him high. Round the waist, wrapped up, use the momentum to bring him to the ground.
Yeah, it looked like Drake Harrington over there on that far side made the tackle.
Maybe lost half a yard. If it wasn't for that lasso around the waist, it's another 6.
Yeah, 2 backs in the backfield this time with Juliance. Gives to Duryea, and Duryea walks in and make the score 28-14 with 52.2 seconds remaining. And the offense of the third quarter continues.
And this 2-point conversion, big.
Yeah, Humboldt could do themselves a huge favor, keep this thing at 14 if they could get the stop here. Julians will be in the shotgun set with Duryea to his right. It's going to be an option to that right side. Now looking to throw. Ball is tipped and still caught in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. And, man, Humboldt did so much right on that possession, but just bad luck. That makes the score 30-14. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. You're watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network.
A yellow flag on the football field against your favorite team is bad, but a yellow flag on your favorite new furniture or flooring, now that's awesome. Get to your local D-Road Commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. They have amazing deals store-wide on carpet, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. So kick off fall with new flooring and furniture during the yellow tag inventory clearance sale at D-Road Commodity, with locations in Joplin and Butler, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
Back here in Seneca, Kansas, where the Humboldt Cubs face a 30-14 now. As the offense has found a little bit here in the third quarter, as they've scored 2 touchdowns on their last 2 drives. However, the defense has struggled quite a bit here, giving up 24 points alone in the third quarter. Going to see if that offense can keep things going here, as they are now pretty much in must-scoring position.
And not only is it must score, but they've got to get the ball back. They got to score and get a stop.
This one will be picked up at about the 20-yard line. Gunnar Elder, and there is a flag at about the 30-yard line, and Speed Hepker appears to be the guilty party.
Huh. Now they see it.
Well, I was trying to
Now they see it.
keep from saying something, but yeah, that's
Now they see it.
pretty familiar territory if you're a Cubs fan about that 30-yard line.
Exactly. Hey, like I said, though, sometimes the game has a funny way of evening itself out, working itself out.
We can only hope right now. A 10-yard holding penalty is going to put the ball back at the 20-yard line. So Humboldt now 80 yards to go to try to get points on the board. So Haviland, shotgun set, Coronado to his right now, motioning to the left. It's going to be a pass to Coronado. Coronado trying to follow his blockers, now cutting up field. Coronado going to be brought down at about the 25. So a 5-yard pickup. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5. As we're now down to the 30-second mark and counting here in the third quarter.
Starting to get some final scores coming in. Madison will go to Sub-State winners over Caldwell 60-14.
Connor Haviland looking to throw this one. Got a receiver. That's Kyle Cobald. And Cobald going to make it all the way up to about the 44-yard line. Good job, good concentration, and good catch by Cobald. Pretty good pass as well by Haviland. So the offense looking okay here as we wind down the fourth quarter. Or wind down to the fourth quarter. This will likely be the final play of the third quarter with 4 seconds remaining. Haviland, 2 backs in the backfield with him. Coronado coming in motion, fakes the give to Coronado. Now Haviland running to his left, now coming back to the right side. He's got a little bit of running room, going to have to make a move, jukes the defender, and gets tackled at about the 34-yard line. So another big play for the Humboldt offense as Haviland picks up about 21. That'll be the final play of the third quarter. So as we go to the fourth, Humboldt trailing by 16. Going to need a huge fourth quarter to try to come back and even this one up. Until then, we're going to take a quick timeout. You've been watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network.
A yellow flag on the football field against your favorite team is bad, but a yellow flag on your favorite new furniture or flooring, now that's awesome. Get to your local D-Road Commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. They have amazing deals store-wide on carpet, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. So kick off fall with new flooring and furniture during the yellow tag inventory clearance sale at D-Road Commodity with locations in Joplin and Butler, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
Back here in Seneca, Kansas, where Humboldt looking for a big comeback here in the fourth quarter. They trail 30-14 with 12 minutes remaining. Humboldt's got a 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Haviland shotgun set, Coronado to his left, looking to throw. First looking to his left, now avoiding a tackler. Haviland still thinking about throwing, now going to pull this one down and run. There's a flag thrown in the backfield as Isaiah Coronado's helmet got thrown off. And I made a joke about Miles Garrett incident earlier, but Isaiah Coronado's helmet got thrown off. So maybe I shouldn't joke about that. See what the flag is. Does Coronado have to come out of play since his helmet came off, or does it not count since it was...
I don't believe so.
Since it was taken off by someone else.
How the officials are still trying to get clarity on this.
Got a hold on Humboldt. But the only call? Coach Wyrick is running out onto the field. There's 2 coaches out on the field for Humboldt trying to figure out what's going on. Coach Wyrick is very unhappy. His running back's helmet got ripped off, and yet...
I think that's what he's arguing.
If he held, he held. That's one thing. That's a penalty. You
no,
can't
wait
hold.
Oh, they're doing it from the spot of the foul. Because it's a 15-yard. Goodness.
What an interesting turn of events as it's now 1st and a mile. And Connor Haviland has to sit this play out because he held and got his helmet ripped off. Haviland, shotgun set. Haviland looking to throw, almost got his helmet taken off by a teammate that time. Now Haviland lowering his shoulder, tackled out of bounds on the sideline. Haviland maturely gets up and just throws the ball to the official and goes back to his own huddle. But man. Coach Wyrick getting the call into his offense now. 2nd and about 21.
I don't want to say you have to be in a hurry-up offense, but...
Well, you need to score this possession.
You need some big plays now. You're not going to get the 16 that you need in one play, but it wouldn't hurt.
Haviland running an option to the far side and keeps it himself, picks up 6, which would be great if it wasn't 2nd and 21. Sets up now 3rd and about 15. And, of course, 4 down territory, so you don't have to pick up the full 15. nobody would complain if you did, but it's definitely 4 down territory here in the fourth quarter.
And I think that helps, too. You don't have to take that deep pass.
No, you don't.
You don't have to take that deep throw, that risk. Just get your 8 yards, make it manageable.
Haviland 2 backs in the backfield with him. Haviland looking to throw. Got all kinds of time. Great protection. Now Haviland going to try to take this one right up the middle. Got a little bit of room. Good stiff arm. Haviland picks up the first. Now, Coach Wyrick is going insane. He wanted the horse collar tackle.
Well,
similar to what happened earlier. The hand was up there, but Haviland wasn't pulled down from behind.
I think he was mainly arguing, too, a late hit.
Well, there's been plenty of those in this game.
Out of bounds.
Both sides. There's been borderline right on the white. Some hits happen or some tackles finished right on the out-of-bounds line. None of them have been called here tonight.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say, too. To the credit of the officials, they're letting them play. They are letting them play. And that's the way it should be here in play.
If this was a rivalry basketball game, I'd have a totally different opinion there. High snap. Page in at quarterback.
Try to go with the quick pass, trying to catch.
And I'm a little confused as of now.
You and me both.
Gavin Page in at quarterback.
So that's what I'm wondering is with the way that Haviland got hit. But I'm not seeing him there on the sideline either.
So Page again in at quarterback in the shotgun set. Page gives to Coronado, and Coronado taking down immediately. And now Haviland walking back out onto the field. Page going to check in, and Page a sophomore. He's filled in pretty good this season when needed.
This is a big
They are two different athletes when it comes to
right.
Gavin Page. That's taking nothing away from Page. He's played great when he's come in and been needed. Especially early in the season, Connor Haviland had some cramping issues. Page came in and filled in greatly. Although they lost 2 yards, it's still third and manageable in a 4-down situation now as Haviland gets back out onto the field. Man in motion. Haviland keeps it himself. Going to look to the end zone. Touchdown. Kyle Cobalt on the slant route from Connor Haviland. Don't count out Humboldt just yet. Now trailing 30-20 with 9:20 to go here in the ballgame.
We mentioned that this is a big 2-down spot, second or a 2-point spot. They have to get it. Otherwise, you're still down 2 possessions. I mean, yes, you're within 10, but you still have to get 2 stops. You got to figure out to make that up. Whereas you get the 2 points here, and now get your stop, get the ball back, one score.
You have to draw up a passing play here and trust Connor Haviland. And Haviland tried to throw the ball towards the end zone, but got pushed out of bounds. So still a 10-point ball game. Nemaha Central leading 30-20, 9:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. This one's not over yet. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout. You're watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network.
A yellow flag on the football field against your favorite team is bad, but a yellow flag on your favorite new furniture or flooring, now that's awesome. Get to your local D-Row Commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. They have amazing deals store-wide on carpet, sheet vinyl, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. So kick off fall with new flooring and furniture during the yellow tag inventory clearance sale at D-Row Commodity with locations in Joplin and Butler, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
Back here in Seneca, Kansas, where Nemaha Central holds on to a 30-20 lead, and it's getting interesting as Humboldt trails by 10. Going to be kicking off, and potential onside kick. I know it's kind of early for that. I would kick it deep personally. I know Zoll agrees. He's nodding his head over there with me. And yeah, I'm with Zoll. You kick this one deep and
do not give them the short field. They don't need any more help.
Haviland's got it teed up at the 40. Haviland going to kick this one deep, but the flag comes out, and yeah, I'm really interested now because the 2 kickoffs ago, the guy next to the kicker was offsides for Nemaha, and there's been no whistles there. But move him back 5 yards for the second time on the kickoff, and they kick it from the 35-yard line now. So Haviland's got it teed up. Everybody set. White hat gives him the okay. Haviland kicks this one deep to the right side. Fielded at about the 22, and a good job by the coverage team. As didn't quite make the tackle, but forced the returner out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, and that's where Nemaha Central will take over. So 9:14 and counting. The Humboldt defense needs a quick stop or a turnover.
We've seen 2 turnovers, one from each side, one from each quarterback on a throw. Actually, we've seen another turnover against Humboldt on a carry. So it is possible.
Be really surprised if Nemaha throws.
No, this is
they could, but I would be really
They're
surprised.
going to go back to that first half formula, really. Control the clock.
Chouliant shotgun set, gives to his back. That's Duryea, and Duryea picks up about 5 on the first down carry. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. And Humboldt had been substituting into I guess they're in the 3-man front now. They've got an extra linebacker on the field. Now Coronado kind of filling in at that hybrid.
Look at that linebacker, too. They are cheating up.
Humboldt's done that most of the year.
Oh!
What a tackle! Whoo! Connor Haviland's not here to play.
That was legal. I hear Nemaha fans groaning about that.
It's a tackle.
It's a tackle. It is a legal tackle.
It's a violent physical tackle, but it's not like he ripped the running back's helmet off or anything and got forced a holding penalty.
It's worth mentioning that wrestling season is starting here in 2-3 weeks. And Humboldt, they get some guys in the preseason top 25.
So first down for Nemaha Central. Ball at the 44-yard line.
They have to get a stop. They cannot give up. They cannot afford to give up another score here.
Chouliant gives to his back. Running hard is Duryea. Duryea picking up 5 yards a carry right now, it seems. They've got to figure out a way to slow him down, and they've got to figure it out now. Ball at midfield.
And this is where it's tough for the secondary of Humboldt, because if you cheat up too much,
they'll drop a pass on you.
Exactly. They're fast, and they have the height advantage to where they can speed right by you.
Humboldt going back to the 4-man front. Linebackers cheating up. This run goes to the outside. That was a hold on the outside by Alquist. Again, he's good at getting away with that as Coronado got turned around once again. That one wasn't near as blatant as the last one. I'll give him that. Coronado keeps getting turned around. So nearing the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Ball now at the Humboldt 39-yard line. A 1st and 10 for the Thunder.
Cubs, they continue to cheat up that linebacker core, trying to pack in the box.
Garrity goes in motion. Give will be to Duryea. Duryea trying to stay on his feet. Won't pick up the 5 he's been getting on first down, but still picks up about 3. That'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Clock keeps rolling here again. Get the stop, get the ball back. And this is where it becomes now critical for the Cubs. They're into the final minutes of their season. If this holds, they need to stop, get the ball back, and not even then. Then they have to get the ball back again.
Yeah.
But the good news in this point is that You just got to get 2 scores. 2-point conversion doesn't matter at this point.
Shuliant shotgun set, man in motion. This one goes to Garrity. Garrity's got room, and Garrity's going to take this one in all the way for the score. That might do it, Zoll. That might have been the final punch to the gut.
That hurts.
Nemaha Central now leading 36-20. If you've got any chance, you have to stop this conversion.
Stop it. You have to. Because you're already at a 2-score game anyways. 2 scores would have given you the lead, but now you got to get the stop here to get the tie.
Yeah, this makes it a 3-score game. The biggest play of the season for the Humboldt defense right here.
Nemaha has taken advantage of those bigger plays than Humboldt tonight. That is a, right now, 14-point swing.
Shuliant's looking to throw. He's got a man to the right side. It's caught by Uphaus. 2-point conversion is good. So with 5:56 remaining in the ballgame, Nemaha Central goes up 18 by a score of 30. Oh, excuse me. There is a flag on the play. There's 2 flags on the play. Hold on. Got pass interference. Offense.
Oh.
Big flag.
Break. That is a big break for Humboldt. So that wipes.
That's the one they called.
It still keeps you within 2 scores.
It does.
Again, with 5:56 to go.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
This is big. This is big.
So now from the 18-yard line, a 2-point conversion. I think we can all just say it's going to be a pass.
No, they're fast. I don't. This is where Nemaha is a great balance. They're coming in tight. You have to respect the run.
Shuliant fakes the give, now looking towards the end zone, and this one will be up and incomplete. So a big penalty as Humboldt's season's still alive, but it's on life support. We're going to take a quick timeout, rest our breath, and hope the players get their rest as well. You're watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network. Back here in Seneca, Kansas, where, again, the Humboldt Cubs 2019 football season is still alive, barely. 5:56 to go, a 16-point game. Humboldt needs to score twice and get 2 2-point conversions in the final 5:56. Hey, they trailed by 10 with 1.5 minutes against Eureka.
Exactly.
And won.
Now, the 2-point conversion would have almost iced it. But I like the strange things have happened.
Strange things have happened.
Let's get weird.
That was offsides on the kickoff.
Come on now, don't be that guy.
Kick received at the 7-yard line as Gunnar Elder, a good return, makes a spin, gets this one back to about the 37-yard line, closer to the 38-yard line. So that's where Humboldt will take over. Got a decent starting field position. The Johnson Schoengert PA would like to congratulate the Humboldt Cubs on a perfect regular season and wish the Cubs, along with all the area schools, the best of luck in the Kansas High School football playoffs tonight. The Johnson Law Office is located at 118 West Madison in Iola. Call for an appointment today at 620-365-3778. Again, that's 620-365-3778. So 5:49 to go here in the game. Connor Haviland and the offense back out there. Haviland looking to throw, avoiding the defensive end as he crashes hard. Haviland now got running room to the outside, breaking a tackle, breaks another, still on his feet as he gets this one down all the way to about the 25-yard line. Like a helmet came off one of the defender that made the tackle, but a big play there by Connor Haviland is.
Let's get weird.
Yeah, things not over just yet.
Let's get weird.
And Humboldt needs to score rather quickly, however.
Well, that's what I like about that play. You know, and we say we got to respect the pass and the run there on that two-point conversion. Well, now you're starting to see where the Cubs maybe are finding a little bit of a, I don't want to say disrespect, but we'll call it disrespect for all intents and purposes.
Humboldt's having success, quote unquote, passing.
Exactly.
It's mainly been running the ball with Haviland, but they're running the secondary off down the field.
Exactly. Now you got a Cub down. Well, no, he pops right back up.
Coronado picking up about 4 on that play.
Mentioned the three-headed monster.
Yeah, Coronado, J-Ro, and Cobalt. Haviland looking to throw this one. Going to throw this one to the outside. How did Kyle Cobalt catch that? My goodness.
Are you serious?
What a catch. Great concentration. Cobalt says, throw it up again.
Oh my
I got
gosh.
you. Wow.
Wow, let's get weird.
It's getting weird here indeed. Offense getting
How?
set.
He had no business catching that.
Man in motion was the right tackle. Haviland going to keep this one himself. Now trying to go further outside. He's got a lane to the end zone. He falls in. That's an illegal tackle. Touchdown. Connor Haviland in there. Humboldt scores once again, now trailing 36-26, 4:43 to go. And yet the huge two-point conversion looming.
This is huge.
Although as fast as the score happened, yes, this is huge.
No,
I'm not ready to say it's over even if they don't get it.
Really?
Swinging gate formation. They did this a lot early in the season.
Okay.
Watch for Cobalt. Haviland gets the snap. Tries to go with the quick pass.
Did he get it? He did!
It's caught. Kyle Cobalt, indeed. So now a one-possession game. 4:43 to go. Humboldt now trailing 36-28. This one's not over at all. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout once again. You're watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on SEK Sports Network. I'd like to thank the following sponsors for supporting tonight's SEKSports.com Class 2A sectional coverage. They include the Johnson Law Office, Cobalt Boats, Derailed Commodity, Horizon Aerostructures, Animal Medical Center, Buster's Barbecue Home Cooking and Catering, Estrelita's Mexican Restaurant, Finley's Lawn and Pest Control, Hometown Floral and Boutique, the Humboldt Recreation Commission, Integrity Insurance, J & Company, Lupin Knot, Merle Kelly Ford, the Monarch Cement Company, Opie's Pizza, Reinhardt Construction, TJ's Barbecue, Shields Barbershop, Studio K Salon, and Wagon Tails Dog Grooming and Kenneling. And as expected, Nemaha Central got the hands team out there. Anxious to see what Humboldt does here. I don't expect an onside kick.
Too early.
I also don't expect a deep kick. I expect kind of one of those high pooching ones toward the sideline. If it goes out of bounds, it goes out of bounds. And if it sits there, you give yourself a chance to go get it.
Nemaha Central has 10 of their 11 within 20 yards.
Haviland straight onside kick. Oh, my goodness. That ball went 9.5 yards and stopped. That was 12 to 14 inches away from being the perfect kickoff. Connor Haviland went up to block, so nobody got that ball for Nemaha, and it just died 9.5 yards after it was kicked. That was a similar kickoff to what Haviland did against Eureka on the onside kick that was successful back in week 3.
Hey, I like it. You got to take those risks. You don't go deep in the playoffs by playing conservative.
So Schuliance in the shotgun set. Gives it to Duryea. Duryea picks up about 3. Brings up a 2nd and 7. Ball now at the Humboldt 47-yard line. And once again, this is a huge, huge defensive series for Humboldt.
Cubs have all of their timeouts.
That is big. How they manage them is even bigger.
Now, Nemaha also has all of their timeouts as well, as you can see on the score bug there in the middle of the screen.
Schuliance in the shotgun set. Duryea to his right. Schuliance gives to his back, and he's met immediately. Briar Orth, what a play in the backfield. Briar Orth, the blitz finally paying off 3.5 quarters into this one, but it finally worked this time. 3rd and 15 for the Nemaha Central offense.
As I mentioned, Cubs defense just kept blitzing and blitzing and blitzing. But here's also, too, where we've seen the arm of Schuliance come in, where it was a 3rd down and long situation. Yep. They went down long, ended up getting a score.
Yep, Froggatt substitutes out. Coronado comes on to help with the secondary. Snap to Schuliance. It is a pass. Schuliance now looking to run. He's got one man to beat. He's got enough for the first down and more. Connor Haviland makes the tackle, but it's after he picks up enough for the first down. The secondary and linebackers included focused on the receivers. Everybody turned their back, and Schuliance had a running lane.
Yeah, 2 defenders up front for Humboldt ended up getting blocking themselves, and so that opened up that lane there on the front line. And this is the first time that Schuliance has beat the Cubs with his feet.
And it was good coverage down the field as well. Secondary did arguably their best job of the night on coverage. Ball down to the 32-yard line. Schuliance gives to Duryea. And Humboldt now using their first timeout after the 4-yard pickup. So Humboldt going to start digging into those timeouts. 2:49 remaining as Humboldt trails this one by 8. So I'm going to call out Zoll real fast. When we were off air, Zoll said, this one feels like it's going to come down to the wire. Something big is going to happen at the end. I'm not going to sit here and call something, but
this has been
how
a great
many
game.
Turnovers there were early on. I mean, first play of the game was a fumble by Nemaha, first offensive play of the game for Nemaha Central. Could you just imagine just like a fumble returned the other direction, a huge defensive score to even this one up?
I'm not going to say it.
Oh, I just did.
I'm not going to say what I've been saying like for the last 10 minutes.
Zoll thinks it's going to come down to the wire. And Humboldt defense now, as they're digging into their timeouts, this is where you have to make a stand here.
These 2 ball clubs, though, have cleaned up their act in the second half, really eliminating a good chunk of the penalties. Turnovers have been next to non-existent.
There's been 58 points scored here in the second half. Schuliance in the backfield by himself. Now a man in motion. Give is to the back. Got some room on the outside, and he's pushed out of bounds.
That's big.
That's big. See where the spot is, however.
He's going to be about a yard short.
Speed Hepker on the tackle and pushing the back out of bounds. That was Duryea again, just coming in motion that time. And he's going to be about a yard and a half short. Let's be real. It's 4-down territory, though.
Oh, it is. But again, you have to respect the options that the Thunder have here. The arm of their quarterback. They can
Shulian's
stretch.
backfield by himself.
They can stretch it out.
Shulian's keeps this one. Smartly, he knew he had enough for the first down and felt a tackle coming and just kind of fell, knowing that he can use the clock here as his best friend. Clock will stop momentarily. Let's now start as the ball and chains are both set.
Cubs still have 2 timeouts. That knock outside is a right now season-saving tackle.
So Shulian's shotgun set. Duryea and Uphaws in the backfield with him. They're waiting for the official, saying there's 5 seconds on the play clock. Blitz coming. And Duryea picks up enough for the first. On 1st and 10, he picks up 11. A minute 56 to go now. Humboldt not using one of their 2 timeouts quite yet.
Yeah, it is going to be 1st and goal from here on out. So, Nemaha, obviously, they're going to take as much time as they want, much time as they need.
Minute 30 and counting. 5 seconds on the play clock. Shulian's gets the snap. It was high, but brought in. Duryea nearly brought down, and Duryea gets into the end zone for a touchdown. And although I said it before, that one probably is the final nail in the coffin. As scoring twice in a minute 17 is going to be very, very hard. However, conversion still big because you never do know.
And we've seen this. This is
got a lot of fight in you at this point.
This is a Cub offense that they can score quickly.
So Shulian's in the backfield by himself. Receiver in motion. Shulian's going to keep this one himself. Going to bounce it outside, and will walk into the end zone on the far side. 2-point conversion is good. That makes the score 44-28. Minute 17 to go. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout. You're watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network. I'd like to thank the following sponsors for supporting tonight's SEKsports.com Class 2A football sectional coverage. They include the Johnson Law Office, Cobalt Boats, Derailed Commodity, Horizon Aerostructures, Animal Medical Center, Buster's Barbecue, Home Cooking and Catering, Estrelita's Mexican Restaurant, Finley's Lawn and Pest Control, Hometown Floral and Boutique, the Humboldt Recreation Commission, Integrity Insurance, J & Company, Loop and Knot, Merle Kelly Ford, the Monarch Cement Company, Opie's Pizza, Reinhardt Construction, TJ's Barbecue, Shields Barbershop, Studio K Salon, and Wagon Tails Dog Grooming and Kenneling. Nemaha Central will be kicking off left to right. Again, minute 17 to go. And Humboldt now pretty much needs to score on the kickoff. Will be fielded by J-Ro. J-Ro tries to take it straight up the middle, but met immediately, so that'll be spotted about the 30-yard line. So now needing to score and score probably faster than they have all season. Connor Haviland and the offense will make their way out onto the field. And actually, it appears Gavin Page will be in at quarterback. Page looking to throw quickly. That one batted down at the line. Incomplete. Clock does stop at 1:10. Say this, Page does probably have a better arm. He can throw the ball further anyway. And when he has filled in this season, he's shown that ability. So Page, shotgun set. Now a man going in motion. Coronado taking off. Good throw by Page, and good job by Coronado probably to break that one up more than anything. And say this, Coronado was moving forward at the snap, but they just kind of let that one go. So 3rd down and 10 for the Humboldt offense. Again, there's been 72 points scored in this game. It was 6-0 at halftime. Page looking to throw, pumps, now looking again. Page now looking to run, and he's going to gain about 2, but then get taken down, and Coach Wyrick going to have to use one of his timeouts. So it's going to be 4th and 8 with 56.9 seconds remaining, and it all comes down to this final play, as if the conversion isn't met here, that would do it for the Humboldt offense. Last score update we had, Chanute and Paola were tied. Can't find an update on that one for you, as I know that was a big one in the area. Also a big 2A score. Riley County knocked off Silver Lake tonight. So Riley County going back to sub-state for the 2nd year in a row. Remember, they knocked off Humboldt last year at the sub-state level. Last update we had on that Chanute one, Paola leading Chanute 42-28 with 5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. So Chanute putting up a pretty good fight up in Paola. Paola leading that one by 2 possessions. It's going to be Joshua Hull in at quarterback. Hull going to look to throw. He's got all kinds of time, now looking to the left, and this one's going to be intercepted. And Andrew Leonard just going to take this one to the ground, as now Nemaha Central going to have the opportunity to go to victory formation. So Joshua Hull going to finish the season 0 for 1 passing with an interception. Nemaha Central going to take a timeout, and a couple guys for Humboldt. They refuse to walk off the field right now, and don't blame them. As seeing some of the seniors, Coronado and J-Ro out there giving each other a hug. And
we will try to get a chat with Coach Wyrick after the game.
no guarantees, but we will.
I'll head down and see if we can't get a chat with them.
And Coach Wyrick bringing in a couple substitutions in the secondary, is letting the seniors that want to come off the field that opportunity. Some of them want to stay on the field, and I get that I get both sides of that. Some guys at this point, they're just, you're done, and some of them, they want to stay out there. Again, 49.5 seconds to go, but it will be victory formation for the Thunder. Julians takes a snap and goes to a knee, and he'll only need to do that one more time. Humboldt with 1 timeout, but choosing not to use it, as kind of a sign of respect there. No point in using it when down 2 possessions like this. Juliance takes the snap once again, takes it down to a knee, and that'll do it. And before the teams officially get in lines and do high five or handshakes, that's a lot of respect right there. Some of the linemen were just kind of giving handshakes there, congratulating each other. As a lot of support, a lot of respect down there in the trenches, as that's where games are won and lost, is in the trenches. But unfortunately, the Humboldt Cubs season does come to an end here in Seneca, Kansas tonight. The score of 44-28. It was one heck of a season. Humboldt, for the 2nd straight year, making it to the round of the Elite Eight, if you want to call it that. That's definitely a term used in college basketball, but it's an honor to get to the Final 8. Last year getting all the way to Sub-State or the Final 4. This year falling 1 game short of that feat, but there was probably a lot of respect out there tonight between these 2 teams, and it's like Connor Haviland leading the team through handshakes, and what a career that young man has had, and what a season that young man has had as he finishes the season over 2,000 yards rushing. Came into this game with over 2,200 yards rushing, and somewhat shut down here tonight, but one heck of an athlete, one heck of a football player, and anxious to see what he does beyond high school. Real quick, we're going to take about a minute and a half break so I can catch my breath after that one, but we'll come back. We'll have a quick recap of this game and hopefully an opportunity to talk to Coach Wyrick. So hang in there with us. We'll be right back. You've been watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network. Back here in Seneca, Kansas, and again, the Humboldt Cubs football season coming to an end by a score of 44-28. We won't have any more video here tonight. Again, if you want to on our board we've got up there for you. We've got our sponsor boards up there, and real quick, want to thank them one more time. We will again before we go off, but real quick, just wanted to say thank you to the Johnson Law Office, Cobalt Boats, Derailed Commodity, Horizon Aerostructures, Animal Medical Center, Buster's Barbecue, Home Cooking and Catering, Estrelita's Mexican Restaurant, Finley's Lawn and Pest Control, Hometown Floral and Boutique, the Humboldt Recreation Commission, Integrity Insurance, J & Company, Loop and Knot, Merle Kelly Ford, the Monarch Cement Company, Opie's Pizza, Reinhardt Construction, TJ's Barbecue, Shields Barbershop, Studio K Salon, and Wagon Tails Dog Grooming and Kenneling. Again, we did cut the video feed for the rest of this one. We will have our sponsor boards up, but just so you know, players out on the field, and Zoll went down there to try to grab Coach Wyrick, and understandably so. Not only is Coach Wyrick down there with his team, but the entire Humboldt fan section, whether it was parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, friends, whoever it was, every single person that was in the stands for Humboldt is now down on the field, all hugging these student athletes that have had an amazing Humboldt career, back-to-back undefeated regular seasons, a trip to sub-state last year, a trip to sectionals this year. I understand the ultimate goal here was winning the state championship, but it is an incredible honor to get this far in the Kansas State playoffs. These are some tough teams up north. Nemaha Central, well-deserved. They played a great football game here tonight. It was a little sloppy at first, but Nemaha Central, congratulations to them. Good luck to them next week as they will face Riley County. It's a very tough Riley County team that they knocked off Silver Lake tonight. And Silver Lake, obviously, a very tough team as well. I'm not sure about scores on the other side of the 2A bracket here tonight, but we do know that Riley County and Nemaha Central will face off, and I believe Nemaha Central gets the opportunity to host again next week, so good for them. Do want to say thank you to everybody here in Seneca at Nemaha Central. They've been very welcoming. It's been a great night. It's been a great night of football. The press box here is beautiful. It's been just a great night of football. A weird night of football, I'll say that. Again, 6 points scored in the first half, and then somehow this game finishes with 72 points going on the board, 66 of those, again, coming all in the second half. And, again, if you think that I'm just stalling right now, I am a little bit. Zoll down on the field trying to get a hold of Coach Wyrick. Coach, I can actually see Coach right now. He's talking to Connor Haviland. And Coach has been embracing quite a few of his players. Coach, he's a well-respected coach across the state. I saw there was some predictions among publications across the state. I believe it was Kansas pregame, actually, that they predicted Nemaha Central to win this game by 2 possessions, and that was pretty close to what it was. And you know, they talked about Coach Warren Seitz of Nemaha Central, who was kind of a veteran coach, and how Coach Logan Wyrick was one of the up-and-coming coaches in the entire state. And that shows right there that he's kind of earned that respect, and he's earned that by leading Humboldt back-to-back seasons this deep into the playoffs. And again, nobody likes losing, but I think that you can see out there on the field that even at the end, Humboldt played. I mean, they fought, and they fought. And many times, I even said it on air many times, that how that was probably the final nail in the coffin, but Humboldt kept fighting and kept scoring, and unfortunately, the season does end today to the hands of Nemaha Central. And we're actually going to take another quick timeout. Zoll digging deeper and deeper, trying to get in there to talk to Coach, but We do have close to 100 people out there watching, so please stay with us. We're going to take another quick timeout. Just kind of hang with us here for a few more minutes, and we will get the exclusive post-game interview with head coach Logan Wyrick. Back here in Seneca, Kansas, and just looking on live, we've got about 70 of you that stuck with us. Again, we appreciate those that stuck in and stayed with us as Coach Wyrick now. He's on his way up here. Zoll got him away from the team, which I know that was probably hard, as this was the first time this season that Coach Wyrick has had to address his team after the loss, and obviously these aren't the funnest interviews to do, the most fun, I should say. But we appreciate Coach Wyrick coming up here to do this. So once he gets up here, and we'll try to get his final thoughts on tonight's game and the season in whole, actually. So I hear him coming up the steps again. We are upstairs. It's a nice press box. Again, the facilities here have been great. The people here have been great. No complaints about the city of Seneca or Nemaha Central High School. Coach, sorry for your loss tonight. I've been thinking about this. I didn't know how to address this because the fortunate part, this is the first time me and you have had to have one of these interviews all season.
Yeah, and it's the same thing at the end of the year. I mean, that's what we're doing down there, talking, and just, I'm telling them, all you can do is say, there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to make it feel better. I think trying to take advantage of somehow, just talking to the younger guys, hey, that's what it means. looking around. Tell them to look around. You know, I'm just making sure the seniors understand, hey, there's nothing to be ashamed of. There's going to be tears. There's nothing wrong with that. If I didn't see some tears, I'd be worried.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, that's when, it means something. If it didn't hurt, it didn't mean anything. So.
Yeah, kids showed a lot of fight. It was 6-0 at halftime. There was 66 points scored in the second half of this game. There was many times in that fourth quarter that I'll admit to you right now, with about 8 minutes left and again with 4 minutes left, I said that might be the final nail in the coffin, and yet your offense just continued to get down the field and score and continue to say, you know what, now they're only down 10, now they're only down 8, they've got a chance. Your kids showed tonight that they had no quit in them. Unfortunately, Nemaha Central didn't either, and they had that 6-0 cushion in the first half that ultimately kind of led to a victory here at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the game, you know what the issue is. We've got turnovers in the first half, and we've got to capitalize those. We can't get deep in enemy territory and not do something with it. And I think a lot of it has to do, I think, guys trying to do too much, and that's kind of what we saw at the end of the year last year on our loss, and pressing a little bit, getting a little flustered, and we were able to kind of get back to our game late in the first half and early in the second half, and kind of get rolling there. And it's tough to fault guys for over effort, I guess. But we just got to stick with our job and lose to a good team. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, and like you said, nothing anybody says right now is going to change anything. It is what it is, but it's been an incredible season. Like I said, this is the first time we've had to have a discussion like this, and that's saying something in its own. You had an incredible group of seniors that they haven't lost a regular season game since, 2017 now? Which is incredible in its own. It's been quite the run, and I'll just give you a second to talk about some of those seniors if you want.
I think the best thing to point out is in the last 3 years they've lost 5 games. In the last 2 years they've lost 2 games. I mean,
and keep in mind, if you don't win the last game of the season, you had to lose the last game of the season.
Yeah, and it's never easy. I think the beautiful thing about this game, and why I think it's the greatest game in the world, but it's also the worst thing about this game, is that when it's over, it's over. There's no pickup basketball. There's no playing in some summer softball or men's leagues baseball, stuff like that, or you can run or play tennis the rest of your life. When it's over, and it hurts. I tell them each and every day, I don't even know what I'd give up to get to play, just to practice one more time. Not even play a game. And I think they're starting to set in. I'm not going to say it's set in now. They're just frustrated with the game and wish they would have won and stuff like that. But this class has done a lot. They've came a long ways. You just start at the top. What Connor Havlin's been able to do is crazy. I think he's the player of the year in my opinion. Obviously, I'm a little biased there, but I think he's the offensive player of the year in our classification. Josh Hull, he's going to get a great offer somewhere, and if he doesn't, someone's sleeping big time. The kid's enormous, and that's all hard work. I mean, he was a 190-pound sophomore trying to play D end at 6'2", 6'3", put a couple inches on, and it just worked. That's just work in the weight room and at the table, just putting in work. And then you got the big guys. What Taylor's battled through, gone through mono, he's got a torn meniscus. The kid's playing on torn ligaments, and he's out there, and he is a focal point on our offense. Played some defense tonight too, just because it's it. Let's get him in there. Let's give him a shot. I'm proud of him, and our little backs. What can you say about them? I mean, how many 140-pound kids? We list Cooper at maybe 140. Cooper might weigh 118. He's sticking his nose in everything. Isaiah plays hard. At all. He falls on some things, but he's gonna fly around. And we got Gunnar Elder out this year, and it was awesome. I told him I was so proud of him finally. Get him to come out his first senior, and he did great things. And how far kids like Briarworth and Kyle Cobold have come over the last 3 years is amazing. I mean, those kids. I was worried about them. They're always good JV players, but they've stepped up immensely. You're looking at Briarworth and Speed Hepker in the middle. we got 280 pounds combined at middle linebacker with the two inside, and they're 1-2 in tackles. Speed with his tackles. If you just don't look at his size, he better be high all state team. I mean,
He came into this one with 100.
Yeah,
That's
I
10
mean,
a game.
And Breyer's per game is tremendous too. You're going to take that from any linebacker, you know. And I don't want to leave any out. I know I'm forgetting somebody in there. You know, a lot of guys have battled all year. Guys like Titan Michael, you know, Trenton Ray's played all 4 years for us. Has done everything we've ever asked of him. And you know, and then the big ones, you know, Fudge and Froggett, you know, Froggy and Fudge. Some of the greatest big men.
Hey, I can't tell you how much fun I've had calling him Big Fudge all year.
And people think, well, that's a lineman you're making. No, that's the man, the myth, the legend, Jacob Fudge. And they've came a long ways. They put a lot of work. You know, Jacob Fudge worked his tail off. So did Joe. And this summer, they both had great summers, and we knew they were going to do good things for us this summer.
Well, Coach, nobody can question your love for these kids and this team, this town, whether it's been, I've seen it on social media, I've seen it on news stations, you know, seeing you talking and being able to have the opportunity to talk to you, I can see it. And it's been an honor to be able to call Humboldt games this year. It's been an honor to be able to talk to you and to be around somebody that has so much love for the game of football. So I appreciate you guys for letting me be a part of Humboldt football this year. And congratulations on an outstanding season. Nothing to hang your hat on. Making it to the Final 8 is pretty dang impressive.
Yeah, and we're proud of it. And, you know, just really appreciate everything you guys do. You know, how many towns like Humboldt have the coverage and people putting their kids' names out there like we do, and the passion like we have for them, and we couldn't thank you guys enough.
Well, thank you, Coach. I mean, without you guys doing what you do out there on the field, we wouldn't have any reason to be here. So thank you you've been awesome since you've been at Humboldt, and again, every person I talk to about you that has the nicest things to say. So you've been a great coach, and it's been fun talking to you this season.
Been fun. Appreciate it, Brett.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, it's Coach Logan Wyrick, the exclusive post-game interview here on seksports.com. And again, Humboldt's season ending tonight. Final score of 44-28. Again, a great group of seniors. I'm actually going to go ahead and list them off real quick before we sign off. Jackson Akins, Gunnar Elder, Titan Michael, Isaiah Coronado, Cooper Jaro, Breyer Orth, Connor Haviland, Trenton Ray, Kyle Cobald, Speed Hepker, Taylor Lastman, Joseph Froggett, Joshua Hull, Jacob Fudge. That group has done something special here in Humboldt, and it will not be forgotten. That being said, want to take one final thank you to our sponsors, Johnson Law Office, Cobalt Boats, Derailed Commodity, Horizon Aerostructures, Animal Medical Center, Buster's Barbecue, Home Cooking and Catering, Estrelita's Mexican Restaurant, Finley's Lawn and Pest Control, Hometown Floral and Boutique, Humboldt Recreation Commission, Integrity Insurance, J & Company, Lupin Knott, Merle Kelly Ford, the Monarch Cement Company, Opie's Pizza, Reinhardt Construction, TJ's Barbecue, Shields Barbershop, Studio K Salon, and Wagon Tails Dog Grooming and Kennelling. On behalf of Destiny Shields, Zoe Lopez, and myself, thank you for watching Humboldt postseason football with us for the rest of this season. With that, we're going to sign off for the final time here in the playoffs. You've been watching Class 2A football sectional coverage on the SEK Sports Network.